I have been listening to Financial Issues podcast for the last month now. I'm looking into becoming a partner. I'm still not clear how it all works. I do understand basic investing, well, the concept. I had a financial advisor and have a brokerage account and have two Roth IRAs, one for me, one for my wife. Initially, our account were started with TD Ameritrade and managed by an advisor. However, when Charles Schwab took over TD, our accounts were transferred over and it doesn't appear to be managed by that company anymore. I have contacted them about it and nothing happened. After listening to FISM, I would rather have it be managed and invested in BRI companies now. My brokerage has a long list of companies that I have stocks in. I have no clue if any are BRI or not. When I become a partner, is there any advice? Is there an advisor that could help me change and manage those companies, selling and buying into BRI companies? And I understand there will be tax implications, so I do not know the best way to move forward. Is there something I can call Timothy Plan directly to utilize their advisors and still be an FISM partner? I appreciate your feedback. Thank you for your time. What do you think, Seth?
It's a good question, Joshua. I'll try to do my best to help you out here. And I can't give you the whole comprehensive scope of what you need to know, but I want to try to be edifying to you and to the current partners that are listening right now. But let me say, first of all, thank you for your interest in the ministry. Thank you for your heart to be biblically responsible. God's going to bless you for that. I'll take your question step by step, okay, brother? The first is how the partnership works. So for $132 a year, you get access to our complete list of buys, sells, and holds, comprehensive list of publicly traded stocks, as well as mutual funds and ETFs. You also get your own portfolio tracker where you can keep track of your investments, where you can make sure that you're well diversified, all that stuff. There's a video detailing all of this, Joshua, once you become a partner. It's on the partner side of the website under Partner Overview. So if you click Partner Overview, that video is split up into different blocks. Watch that whole video. It'll go into more detail than I'm able to in the time that we have right now. Let me give you some quick steps here. This is a refresher for current partners. It's a reminder for new partners and for people like you who are interested in becoming one. Step one is familiarize yourself with the partner tools. So this is after you become a partner, after you pay that $132 a year, you get the welcome email from Pat. Scroll over the partners section and go to the left-hand drop-down sides. There's three drop-downs. There's partners, there's buy list, there's broad list. Buy list and the broad list we'll get to in just a minute. Familiarize yourself with the partner tools first. Step two is pick an asset allocation model. So we got several models to choose from, two different model families, two main model families. There's a third one as well, but two different really model families that most of our partners use. There's the regular investment model, which is more do-it-yourself. And then there's the Timothy Plan model, which I think, Joshua, based on your question, might be a good option for you because that's a model that maybe offers just a little bit more hand-holding. Completely biblically responsible. Timothy Plan is the pioneer of biblically responsible investing, and we partner with them. And we actually have a model that offers entirely Timothy Plan mutual funds and ETFs so that you don't have to worry about if they, if we have to issue a sell alert on those, for example. We will never have to do that with Timothy Plan because they'll remain biblically responsible for as long as they're in business. And I have no problem saying that with great confidence. So those two different model options, pick the model that works best for you in your age bracket. We have different age brackets as well. Then step three, this is the big one, is begin building out your portfolio tracker. So you had referenced this, that you already have a portfolio, which is great, could make this easy for you because you already have one. But there's a good chance with your Schwab account that you'll probably have some companies in your brokerage that are not biblically responsible. And so your brokerage won't be BRI, by the way. Schwab is not going to be BRI. That's okay. We talk about that a lot, how we use brokerage accounts that aren't BRI. We're not investing in them. We're using their good or service that they're offering is essentially what that is. So that's okay. So don't worry about that. To find out if the holdings that you have are BRI, here's what you're going to do. Go to the website, financialissues.org. Under the resources tab, you can click the evaluator button. I think it's the second one on the top. Financialissues.org, resources tab, evaluator. That's one of the screening tools that we use to find out if a stock is biblically responsible. They'll ask for your email address. It's totally free. And then you can use that, put the Wall Street ticker symbol in there, and you can find out if the holdings that you have are biblically responsible. They'll send a report back, any infractions that you have. I will tell you this, Joshua, if your heart is committed and convicted to being biblically responsible, then I would urge you, if you have holdings that are not biblically responsible, to sell those immediately, regardless of if they're up or down, because what's more important is that you're honoring God. And that's my opinion. I want to completely understand that you have to do what's best for you financially. But I believe that what is most important is to be biblically responsible spiritually and to honor God and to hear him say, well done, good and faithful servant. So if you've got holdings that are not biblically responsible, I would sell those immediately. The ones that are BRI, and my guess is you probably have some that are as well, you can use those to then start building out your portfolio tracker to be reflective of what is in your brokerage account. So pick your asset allocation model and then start building out your portfolio tracker. That portfolio tracker is not your brokerage. It's just reflective of what's in your brokerage. And again, the partner video that we have on the partner overview section, that will help you out a lot with actually doing the nuts and bolts of putting those ticker symbols in and seeing your cost basis and seeing how close you are to the models, proper portfolio diversification. You'll see how far off you are, how close you are. You want to try to target as close as you can to that right diversification. Use your brokerage as a guide and enter your positions into the portfolio tracker. If you need help filling your portfolio out more, here's the big key. The buy list is where you want to go. The buy list is our list of stocks that we offer to our partners that we believe they're all biblically responsible, and we believe that if you are placing new money, these stocks are, you have the green light to purchase these. So check the buy list. The broad list is a little bit different. The broad list is just for companies that we keep an eye on. We tell people do not ever fish from the broad list. Look at the broad list. You can do that for sure, but do not buy from the broad list. You will probably own stocks that will go onto the broad list at times. That's not a reason to sell the stock. We're just taking it off the buy list because it's not a good time for you to put new money into that stock, basically is what we're saying there. Look at the buy list and fill out your portfolio so that you can be well diversified and hit that target allocation range. The last step, after all that, and I apologize, that was a lot of information. The last step is listen to the show. So do what you did here. Ask a question. Call in. We're live every day from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Use the Ask Shanna function on the partner side. Join the conference calls. We got a conference call coming up possibly later this week. We'll keep an eye out for that. We'll make sure that you know that, Joshua, as well. Keep an eye out for sell alerts as well. We will send out alerts for companies that we ask you to sell if they're either no longer biblically responsible or if we feel like it's the best thing for you to do to sell this company financially, and be ready to stick with it for, listen to this, I'm going to say a decade or more. And you said in your question, you have some experience investing. That's a good thing. My guess is you probably know that investing is a long-term thing. It's not a short-term thing. So be ready to do this for 10 years, 15 years. If you have more questions about the partnership, watch the instructional videos. We have a great database of instructional videos. That's also under the partner tab. Bunch of videos that Dan did. Really, really good. And ask questions like you did. That was great. Your second question, and we'll get to this quickly here. Is there an advisor who can help me when I become a partner? The answer to that is yes. There's kind of a dual answer to this, though. Let me answer it first this way, that Dan built this strategy, and we have continued this strategy as a do-it-yourself strategy. That means, therefore, we believe wholeheartedly that the single most qualified person to manage your portfolio, Joshua, is you. You are the one that you trust the most. You are the one that knows your finances. You are the one with a heart for biblically responsible investing. I would urge you, before you consider going to a paid advisor, try to do it yourself. The answer to your question in the first way is that you are the advisor that you need. You can do it. We believe that you can do it. We believe the combo of the following things: the strategy, the asset allocation models, the portfolio tracker, the wisdom from the live call-in show, Shanna's in-depth instruction on the live show, on conference calls, and in the weekly commentaries that she puts up, as well as the instructional videos, as I mentioned, and perhaps most importantly, your own conviction and common sense. That combination leads me to believe that you are the best qualified to be your financial advisor. And that's beautiful because you don't have to pay yourself to do that. You have all the tools that you need to be a God-honoring BRI investor. Many people will hear that and they will say, that's great, but I still need help. And if you need help, that's all good. We have a connection here at the ministry, an advisor who works closely with Shanna on Shanna's team. We refer listeners to this person if they need a professional advisor. If they're just like, I cannot do this on my own, I need help. Here's what you do, Joshua. Step one, contact Pat. Pat@financialissues.org, Pat@financialissues.org. Contact her and say, I'd like the name of this person who FISM recommends. She will give you the contact info for this advisor. This person, you can be confident, has built many BRI portfolios. They follow along with our strategy. They love Christ. They understand the strategy. You'll be in great hands.